Hello friend, in today's lectures we are going to see the derivations of bending equations or flexure formula. So in these sections we have to consider a small section of the beam which having the distance dx. Na is the neutral axis and moment is acting at the both sections, clockwise moment as well as anti-clockwise moment. So when the load is acting on that beam, the central sections, that we may say that is the neutral axis, is in unstretched conditions, whereas the layer below of that neutral axis, we may say that is the layer AB, is stretched by a distance y. When the beam is under the tensions or when the load is acting on the beam, it deflects from its original position in the form of curve. We having the angles theta. In that case we consider CD as a neutral axis, that is it is in unstretched conditions, and AB is the layer which is stretched at a distance y. So when the beam is loaded at that time, compressive stresses are induced at the inner section, whereas outer fibers or outer layer of the beam is under the tensions. So here some terminology: Na is equal to neutral axis, M is equal to moment acting on the beam, theta is the angle at the center by arc, and whereas R is the radius of curvature of the beam for the neutral axis, and radius of layer AB is R plus Y. Now consider a small length dx of a beam subjected to the bending moment. As a result of that moment, let this small length of the beam bend into the arc of a circle with O as a center. Now consider a layer AB at a distance y from the neutral axis, that is CD of a beam. When it is stretched at that time, strain is induced in these sections AB. So here we will see strain in layer AB, strain in layer AB due to the bending. Strain means change in dimension upon original dimension. So here we may say change in length upon original length. Change in length, here we may say change in length AB minus CD, AB minus CD upon CD. So if we see here, AB is equal to, if we see the length of the sector, this sector is L, this we may say theta, R, that CD. So length of CD we may calculate. CD is equal to our basic equation, S is equal to R theta. So CD is equal to, you may say, R into theta, whereas AB is equal to, radius for AB is R plus Y into theta. Here you may say R into theta. That is our basic equations from that side. So put this value in that case. AB means R plus Y into theta minus CD is into R theta upon CD R theta. So in that case you may say that is the strain, that is strain. So E is equal to R into theta plus theta into Y minus R into theta divided by R theta. So R theta cancelled. So you will get here theta into Y upon R theta. Again here theta will be cancelled. So you will get Y upon R. Strain is equal to Y upon R. It means strain of a layer is proportional to its distance from the neutral axis. that we may say small equation. So equation number 1, but E is equal to, sigma upon E according to the Hooke's law. Our basic equation, E is equal to sigma upon E, stress upon strain. So from that equation you may write E is equal to stress upon modulus of elasticity E. Equating these two equations, equating these two equations 1 and 2, you will get here sigma upon E is equal to Y upon R. So rearranging that equations, you will get here sigma upon Y is equal to E upon R. Say equation small a, we may say. Now the second part of equations. For that second part, we consider the cross section of the beam is rectangular. In that case, this is the neutral axis, and we consider that small elementary area, that is dA, which having the distance from neutral axis y. So we have seen that equation sigma upon y is equal to E upon R. So we can rearrange that equation, sigma is equal to y into E upon R. Now we have to calculate the force on that elementary strip dA. So we may say dF is equal to force on elementary strip dA. dA is this very small area we are considering here. So our basic equation, force is equal to stress into cross sectional area. So according to that, we have written here dF is equal to sigma into dA. Now put the value of sigma. Sigma is equal to here y into E upon R into dA. That is the force acting on the elementary area, that is dF. Now we have to calculate the moments of the force dF about the neutral axis, because it is away from the neutral axis at a distance y. So we have to calculate the moment due to the dF force, dF about neutral axis. So our basic equation, moment is equal to force into distance, that is our basic equations. So in that case, moment, we are taking the moment, so in that case we may say dm. Force is nothing but it is df, and its distance up to the neutral axis is y. So df into y, put the value of df, y into E upon R into dA. So dm is equal to, you may say, y into E upon R into dA into y. So y square into E upon R into dA, that is the moment for that one elementary area. If we consider here number of elementary area, 1, this 2, 3, 4, in that types. So every strip there is some force, elementary force, that is we may say df1, df2, df3, df4. So when we have to calculate the total moment of that section about the neutral axis, then we have to take its integrations. So total moment of whole section about the neutral axis, about neutral axis. So you may say moment is equal to here integration about the neutral axis of above equations, y square E into R into dA. So in that case, E upon R, E is the modulus of elasticity, R is the radius of curvature, so into dA. So this term, now listen here, this term y square dA is, but y square dA is known as, it is the moment of inertia. It is called as moment of inertia. So m is equal to E upon R into I. E upon R into I, or we rearrange that equation, m is upon I is equal to E upon R. We say that equation is B. And now that or equating the equations A and B, equating the equations A and B, you will get here m upon I is equal to sigma upon y is equal to E upon R, and that equation is known as bending equation, or this is also known as the Fletcher formula. This is also known as Fletcher formula. I hope you understood these derivations of the Fletcher formula.